Yeah, a very good afternoon to everyone. Am I audible? Yeah, if not, please write it to me in the question and answer session. Yeah, please tell me, am I audible? Okay, so let's begin. A very good afternoon to one and all present here. As we all know, we are in a state of lockdown, and the situation doesn't seem to be all right. So please stay at home and please be safe. Okay. And one more thing which I wanted to convey, uh, as the recession has hit really hard, I would just say one thing to you to not to waste your time and just utilize your time. Okay, because people are losing their jobs rapidly. Okay, so let's begin. I'll just put my PPT here. Any doubts before that? Am I audible to everyone? Suppose if my voice is breaking, make sure your internet connection is good. Okay. Yeah. So basically, my name is Amin, and I'm an electronics engineer. So I work with Diazonic Labs. So Diazonic Labs is conducting this IoT workshop in association with Oysters Training. So I'll tell you something about the company, Diazonic Labs and Oysters. Diazonic Labs is a online technical forum. We have a YouTube channel, we have a blog post, and we also have a Facebook group as well. And coming to we conduct workshops all across India. We are collaborated with IIT Bhubaneswar, and we have conducted a lot of workshops with TechFest, which is annual technical meet of IIT Mumbai. Okay, so let's begin with the topic, yeah, which is Internet of Things. So basically, as the word internet says, a global computer network providing a variety of information and communication facilities consisting of interconnected networks using standardized communication protocols. Okay. In short, I would say it is a interconnection of networks. Okay. Internet is nothing but interconnection of networks. So let's see some examples. So here we have home automation, we have a remote and LAN, which are in same network, probably through a Bluetooth medium or Wi-Fi medium, and you can control the LAN using the remote. Okay, and the next application is, as we all know, there are pedal cycles and bounce bikes, which are very common. These both work on Internet of Things, and there are lot many applications of Internet of Things. They are used in industrial automation, smart health, smart city, and smart homes as well. So before we begin with the core Internet of Things, we'll have to deal with embedded systems. Okay, we need some hardware. So embedded system is nothing but a combination of hardware and software. Okay, so we have a lot of embedded systems around us. Our cell phones, our digital cameras, our printers and scanners. Okay, any electronic device near you is an embedded system. Any electronic device. Okay, so here in our case, and yeah, before that, I just forgot to tell you there are a lot of applications of embedded system everywhere. Okay, because technology is unstoppable. Embedded system is being used everywhere. Okay, so how embedded system works is we have something called as input, we have something called as process and output. Basically, we give the input to the embedded system and it processes the data and gives us the output. Okay, basically it is like a computer, a mini computer, I can say. Okay, in our case, our embedded system, our microcontroller is Arduino Uno. Okay, so I'll tell you more about Arduino. Um, so here, this is a big chip. There's a big chip here, which is Atmega 328. Uh, it is called as Atmega 328. It is developed by Atmel. Okay, the company name is Atmel. So before that, now we all know that we don't have proper hardware, correct? So we have decided to use a online simulation software, okay, so that everyone can use Arduino. Okay, so meanwhile, go to Google, yeah, and type for Tinkercad. Yeah, go to Google and type for Tinkercad. Yeah, so you'll find the first option, which is www.tinkercad.com. Click on that. Yeah, it will take at least 5 seconds to load, and it will tell you to sign in here or join. Okay, if you are new to this platform, you can join now, and if you have already previously used this, you can click on sign in. For me, it will be a sign in here. Okay, for you people, it will be join now. I'll be using my Google. And yeah, I get my Tinkercad Autodesk dashboard. Okay, everyone here, anyone facing problems, please write to me in the question and answer session. Uh, I can see people telling not audible. Okay, some are telling site is still loading. Yeah, and some are telling it's going good. Okay, I'll tell you once again. We'll go to Google and type for Tinkercad. Yeah, and we'll be clicking the first option, which is www.tinkercad.com. Okay, so it will take you to the login page. After login, it will show you the dashboard. Okay, so this is my dashboard screen. Make sure everyone is in this screen. I'll wait for 2-3 minutes because I can understand the internet connection of some of the people are really slow. No problem. We'll do it together. Sir, what is the class code for Tinkercad? It doesn't ask for any class code, just the normal login. Just a sec. Tinkercad, Google search. Yeah, the first option when I select, okay, it's again coming into my dashboard. I'll log it out and just check. Yeah, when I do join now, uh, create a personal account. You'll have to click on create a personal account. Once you click on that, you can sign up with your email, you can sign in with your Google or sign in with your Apple ID. Okay. Make sure you click on create a personal account. Yeah. Anyone who has not done, please wait a bit because site is still loading, sir. Okay. I'll wait for 2 more minutes. Done. Okay. Anyone who is still not done, okay. I assume everybody has done here. Network problem. Okay, I'll wait for 1 more minute and then start. Yes, so this is my dashboard. Sir, your voice has much echo. Uh, According to me, your internet connection is very slow. Okay, if it is slow, the my voice will obviously echo. Okay, make sure you have a good internet connection. Okay, so here in my dashboard, there's something called as circuits. Okay, click on circuits. So when you click on circuits, there's something called as create new circuit here. Yes, there's something called as create new circuit. I'll click on that. Yeah, and I get this screen. Yeah, everybody on this screen. Okay, I assume everybody is here. So we have a lot of components here. This is a simulation online tool. You can just click and drag it here. Yeah, you can just click and drag it here. This is my Arduino Uno. Okay, so here it has a big chip here which is called as Atmega 328P. Okay, so we are basically programming that chip. Okay, whatever program we write, we are basically programming that chip. It is Atmega 328P. And basically, our Arduino board is a microcontroller. Microcontroller in the sense it is a compact IC designed to perform a particular task. Okay, so we can see microcontrollers everywhere in our day-to-day life. Okay, be it anything. Okay, remote controls, power tools, calculator, washing machine. Everywhere microcontrollers are used. So our Arduino board is also a microcontroller development board, and the software used to program our Arduino board is Arduino IDE. Okay, so if we have a physical Arduino board, we'll be using Arduino IDE. IDE is nothing but Integrated Development Environment. Okay, Uh, Basically, integrated development environment is a software to run a program. Okay, if you have a physical Arduino board, you'll be using the Arduino IDE or the Arduino software. Okay, the full form of IDE is integrated development environment. Okay, and mainly to program this Arduino board, we use mixture of C and C++ languages. Okay, it is called as wiring language. Okay, mixture of C language and C++ language, which is called as wiring language. Okay, and when I zoom this, you can see it. It has three grounds. Okay, one, two, and three grounds. It has one VCC, and it has 14 GPIO pins. Okay, GPIO is nothing but general purpose input output pins. Either those pins can be used in form of input or in form of output. Okay, GPIO is nothing but general purpose input output pins. I can either use it in form of inputs or in form of outputs. Okay, so in electronics generally we have something called as positive and negative. Okay, so to relate that, my ground here is nothing but my negative. Okay, so we have three negatives on our Arduino board, and my plus 5 volt is my positive. Okay, so let's begin with our first project here. We'll take a LED here. Okay, we'll take a LED. We'll just drag and drop it here. We'll take LED. Sir, I could not drag the Arduino. Okay, you're not audible. Archana, please check your internet connection. Yeah. So I've zoomed the board here. Okay, so I've taken a LED. The connections are pretty simple. This is nothing but my cathode. Cathode is nothing but negative. Okay, my negative will go to ground. Just click on the points and you'll find you can make the connection. Yes, and my anode, which is positive, will go to pin number 13. Okay, because I want to control a LED here, so I have given the positive to one digital pin. Okay, it can be any digital pin. In my case, I have taken it as 30. Okay, so after that, my connections are pretty simple. For our reference, we'll always take positive in red color. Okay, we can change the color of the wire or the connection, and we'll take negative in black color. Okay, we'll follow this protocol. So that's all with the connections. Everybody done with the connections? Please drop a yes or no. Okay. Yeah. So right on the right top, there's something called as code. Yes. Click on code. Okay. When you click on code, there's an option called as blocks. Okay, there's a drop down which is called as block. Click on the drop down and select for text. So it will ask you, are you sure? Please click on continue. Okay, so this is my program to blink an LED. Okay, so everybody got the program? Yeah, I can see people telling me please be continued. See, I'll have to wait for everyone. Okay, let's be patient. I'll try to do it as fast as possible. Okay, I'll tell you once again, don't worry. uh, there's something called as code. Okay, on top right there's something called as code. In code blocks, you'll find something called as blocks, correct? Yeah, just click on the drop down and select text. Okay, when you select text you can see a small program. I hope you have followed it. Sir, please repeat, I am unable to do. Okay, I hope everybody has done with the connections. Okay, I'll repeat it once again. So there's an option called as code, correct? I'll click on that. Yeah, when I click on that, dialog box kind of thing appears. Okay, and you can see something called as blocks. Okay, and it's a drop down. I click on blocks and I select text. So it will ask me option, are you sure, yes or no? So I click on continue there. Yeah, done. After that, the code is pretty simple. Um, to program our Arduino board, we have two main functions. The first one is void setup. Okay, it is a function, and void loop is my second function. Okay, without these two functions, my program won't upload. Okay, I cannot program my Arduino without these two functions. Okay, these are the main functions, and I have written something in two slashes. Okay, that is nothing but comment. Okay, comment is nothing but, it won't be the part of my program. I can just put a label, I can write anything. This is only for my reference. Okay, so basically these are the two functions. After functions, in void setup, I just declare my LED pin. Okay, so pin mode, PIN MODE. Okay, here M is capital. This is nothing but camel case. Okay, this is nothing but my camel case, because pin is in small, M is capital, ODE is also small. Okay, this is nothing but camel case. Pin mode 13. 13 is my digital pin 13. 13 comma output. Output is nothing but, because my LED is an output device, correct? I can see my LED glow. Okay, it is output device. So pin mode 13 comma output. That's all with the void setup. And coming on to the void loop, in void loop digital write. Okay, so here also the same concept, camel case, digital is small, W is capital, and RITE is again small. 13 is again the pin number, okay, which is digital pin 13, and state of LED, it is high here, correct? Okay, because see, in binary we have only two options. Okay, we have only two options, either it should be high or low, either it should be 0 or 1, correct? So digital write 13, pin number 13 comma state of the pin is high here. Okay, so after this I'll give a delay of 1000 milliseconds. 1000 milliseconds is nothing but 1 second. Okay, I give a delay of 1 second, and again I write digital write in camel case, and 13 comma low. 13 is again my pin number, and low is the state of the digital pin. Okay, basically for the first second my LED will be high, and for the second my LED will be low. Okay, and because this is in void loop, it will repeat continuously. Okay, it will repeat continuously, infinite loop it is. Okay, so that's all with my program. Once my program is ready, I just click on start simulation. Okay, there's an option here which is called as start simulation. Okay, initializing. Yeah, so I hope you people can see the LED blink. For the first second it is on, for the next second it is off, correct? Anyone who has not followed? Sir, where is the Arduino present? Okay. Um, yeah, done. Anyone who has not done? I did not follow. Okay. Did you finish with your circuit? Okay, almost everyone has done. I'll repeat it once again. Short and sweet. We have two main functions, which is void setup and void loop. Okay, so here in void setup, I declare my uh, pin number. Okay, I declare my pin number and the type of pin. Okay, output or input. If it is any sensor, I would have written as input, because LED is my output device. Correct, I can see the light. Okay, so it is output here. Okay, so coming on to the loop. In loop, there's something called as digital write. Digital write is nothing but I write this function digital write for output only. Okay, if it is for input, I would have taken it as digital read. Okay, so very simple. Digital write pin number 13. Okay, that is LED 13 comma high state. Okay, high is nothing but the state of my LED. After that, I take a delay of 1000 milliseconds, and again I write digital write, which is in camel case 13 comma low. Low is nothing but again the state of my LED. Very simple it is. Anyone still not followed? Uh, okay, I mean Arduino in the. Okay, please check once again. I'll tell you from where you can get your Arduino. Um there's something called as circuit. Okay, there's something called as circuit view. Okay, on top right corner there's something called as circuit view. In circuit view below, you can find all the components. Just drag down and you can find your Arduino here. Okay, okay, someone is asking me, is it necessary to keep the delay 1000 milliseconds? Not necessary. Okay, I'll just change my delay to 500 and see what happens. Okay, I'll just change my delay to 500, which is 500 milliseconds or zero point 0.5 seconds, and just start simulation. My LED will blink faster because the delay is short. Okay. Again, further, I'll just reduce it to 200 and check how fast my LED will blink. Yeah, it's blinking very fast. Okay, sir, codes how it took automatically, we just make changes. Is it possible for every kind of project? No, when you take LED, you get this as default code. Okay, when you take Arduino and LED, you get this as your default code. You'll have to, suppose you take any other components, you'll have to change your code accordingly. Okay. What exactly is Arduino? Arduino is a microcontroller. Okay, it's a development board where which you can program to perform a specific task. Suppose I want to blink this LED according to my wish. Okay, so I'm doing that here. What is GND and 13? Okay, so basic concepts. LED or any electronic thing uh, will have positive and negative. Correct. So GND is nothing but my negative, and there's something called as VCC here. Okay, I'll just show you. There's something called as VCC or 5 volts here. Okay, this is my positive and GND is my negative. Okay, and here I have taken uh, here I have taken my positive as pin number 13 because I want to control the LED. I wanted to control the LED, so I have taken it as pin number 13. Okay, so we'll take 3-4 questions again and we'll just move on. Sir, how to edit the code? Unable to edit. Okay, so if there's an option called as stop simulation, correct? When you click on stop simulation, you can edit the code. Okay, when the program is in simulation, you cannot edit the code. You'll have to click on stop simulation and then edit the code. Okay, sir, what is AREF? AREF is a power pin which you use for very high-end applications. Okay, very high-end sensors and all, say fingerprint sensors. You can use AREF. Sir, I already have programming concepts. Is anode connected to pin number 12? See, it is not necessarily I use pin number 13. Okay, I can use it to pin number 12 as well. Okay, wait, I'll just show you. I can use any of the digital pin. Okay, see, anode I can connect it to pin number 10. Okay, very simple. I'll make it as red, and in my code here I'll just change the pin number. That's all. I can use any of my digital pin. And yeah, I've done the necessary changes and start simulation. Yeah, see, again it is working. What is the use of VCC? Okay, suppose we use any sensor, there we need a pin to control the sensor as well as we need positive and negative. Okay, for LED we need not do that. Okay, because LED is a very simple component. If we give VCC to LED, VCC and ground together to LED, it won't work. What are the purposes of analog pins? Okay, so here we are using only digital pins. Okay, suppose I want to use analog, I can use analog as well. Okay, there's no compulsion, I can use analog as well, but the programming concept, the programming way is a bit different. Okay, so generally for beginners, analog is not necessary. Okay, once you are into a pro level, you'll be using analog. Sir, how to drag the LED into the screen? It's very simple. Just click on the LED and just drag it. It's as simple as that. Yeah. Okay. We'll just move on to the next project. Before moving on, I just forgot to tell you in the beginning. We have a quiz before our webinar ends. We have a multiple choice quiz. Okay, and the first 3 winners of our multiple choice quiz will get a discount for our 1 week long IoT program. Okay, so we'll be conducting 1 week long IoT program, say probably by next week. So the first 3 winners will be getting a discount for that program. Okay. So I'll just tell about the quiz later. We'll just start with the second project. So I'll just delete this LED. Okay, I'll just delete the LED. What is the purpose of digital write? Okay, this is the last question which I'm taking for this project. Okay, digital write, you can specify the state of the pin, correct? Our pin is 10. Yes, here our pin is 10. So pin number 10 is high. High in the sense my LED is on. Yes. Similarly, if I take it here, digital write 10 comma low. Digital write generally generally says about the state of the pin. Okay, and nothing else. So yeah, you'll be getting a participation certificate as well. Okay, for the 1 week program, you'll be getting a participation certificate as well. Okay, I'll just begin with the next thing. Just check for RGB LED. Just drag down, and there's something called as LED RGB. Okay, just drag it here. Yeah, anyone who has not got it, just drag down, just scroll down, and there's something called as LED RGB. Just drag it over here. Done? Sir, why are we using Tinkercad? The thing is, if it is an offline workshop, I can give you Arduino, physical Arduinos, okay? Because it is an online webinar, we'll have to use this simulation tool. We cannot do anything else, okay? Yeah, please, did everyone get the RGB LED? Please write it to me in the comment section. Yeah, someone is asking what is Proteus 8. Okay, Proteus is also another simulation software. Okay, it is similar, but this is really user-friendly software. Tinkercad is really user-friendly software, and it is very good for beginners. Suppose you don't have physical electronic components, you can just try simulating here. Okay, I hope everyone has how to delete the LED. Just click on the LED and press delete button. Okay, could you tell me once more? Okay, I'll tell you once more. I hope everyone has got Arduino, and just scroll down, and there's something called as LED RGB. Just drag it to your screen. Okay, yeah. Sir, I'm not getting the blocks back. Okay, I'll come back to you. Sir, I'm not able to do as net is slow. I am taking notes and practice it afterwards. Yeah, you can do that. Okay. Yeah. So when you just keep your mouse pointer on this, it will say the leftmost pin is red. Okay. I will connect it to pin number 13. Okay, the leftmost pin, and I'll give the color red. Okay, so the second pin from the left is nothing but cathode. Cathode is nothing but my negative or ground. Okay, I'll just connect it to ground. Okay, we'll always denote ground in black color. Okay. Yeah, then the third pin, which is blue, I'll give it to pin number 12, and I'll make it as blue color. And the fourth pin from the left side, which is green, I'll give it to digital pin 11. Someone has written, sir, please use Zoom application for webinar because Zoho takes more internet data. Okay, probably in future we'll see that. Okay, the thing is, for the people whose internet connection is very slow, you can go into the website of Diazonic Labs. Okay, I'll just show you the website. There's a link below, www.youtube.com/diazonic labs. Probably by tomorrow we'll be uploading the video of this webinar, okay, so that you can do it on your own. Okay, yeah, done with the connections. I'm not getting LED RGB, sir. Yeah, see, I'll show you one more time. So there's a component list here. Just scroll down, and here is the LED RGB. Okay, I hope everybody has done with the connections. Yeah, anyone who is not done with the connections? How to change the color of wire? Okay, just click on the wire, and you get a box here. Okay, and there's a big drop down. Whichever color you want, you can select. Okay, that's very simple. I hope everyone has finished with the connections. I'm going to the programming. The programming is very simple. Okay, and one special feature about this LED is this single LED can give us red color, can give us blue color as well as green color. Three colors in a single LED. Okay, it is amazing LED. So I'll just program it. We'll go to the code, and just type everything from the beginning. You people can follow me. So this is the basic syntax of our Arduino program. Okay, without void setup and void loop, I cannot upload my program. Okay, I'll get an error. So firstly, I'll write pin mode. Okay, in camel case, M capitals. So pin number 13, and I write what type it is. It is input or output. Okay, my LED is an output device, so I write it as output in caps. Okay, all capital letters. Pin mode 13 comma output. So this is for the one color, which is red. Okay, for the second color, again I'll have to declare the pin. Okay, again I'll have to write pin mode 12 comma output. Yeah, and for the third color, again pin mode 11 comma output. Okay, I've declared all my pins here, digital pins. So let us write the state of pin here. Digital write So first I'll be taking 13 comma high. Okay, and semicolon. Okay, obvious, which I shouldn't forget. So let's make our program simple. When red color is on, I'll make blue and green as off. Okay, so I'll write it again. Digital write 12 comma low. Again digital write 7 comma low. Okay, so after this I'll just upload my program or start the simulation, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, see, has everyone followed this? Yeah, I hope everyone has done this. Okay, so see, I have made pin number 13 as high, so pin number 13 is red. Okay, so my red color is glowing here. what I'll do is, let me make my pin number 12 as high. Okay, I'll stop the simulation in order to edit it, and I'll make 12 as high, and I'll make 13 as low. So pin number 12 is nothing but blue. Now my LED should be blue. Okay, I'll start the simulation. Yes, it is blue. Correct. So after this, again, I'll stop the simulation in order to edit and make my 11, which is green color, as high. Yeah. So 13, 12 are low, and 11 is high. So green color LED should glow. Yeah, my LED is green in color. Correct. Yeah. Okay. Now a small requirement. Uh, you have got to know the basics here. Okay, so I'll give you a small requirement. I'll write it in the notepad. Make sure for the first second my red LED should be on. Okay, for the second my blue LED should be on. Okay, for the third second my green LED should be on. Okay? You people try this. If you are not able to do this, I'll do it for you. Okay, I'll give you 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, this is the requirement. For the first second, my red LED should be on. For the second, blue LED should be on, and for the third second, green LED should be on. Okay, and it should repeat. Okay, so it is 2:54 now. At 2:57, I'll just write the code for you. So probably after this, we'll do one more project on embedded system and begin with our core IoT concepts. Okay. Yes, sir. The light is not glowing. Please repeat the process. Okay, very simple. I've declared my three pins as three different LEDs. Okay, so if I use three different LEDs and if I use RGB LED, it is one and the same. Okay, because it has three different colors. So I've declared three different pins of three different colors here. Then in digital write, when pin number 13 is low and pin number 12 is low, pin number 11 is high. So for pin number 11, it is green color. So green color LED is glowing, correct? Okay. So I'll just stop the simulation in order to edit this. Yeah, and we'll make blue on. Okay, blue on or blue high. Okay, pin number 12, I'll just make it as high and start simulation. Yeah, see, my blue LED is glowing. Similarly, if I want red to glow, red is at pin number 13, correct? So pin number 13, I'll make it as high. Yeah, and start simulation. Now my red LED should glow. Okay. Yeah, I'll just write the requirement very soon. Okay. Uh, Whatever requirement I had given you. For the first second, red should be on. For the second, blue should be on. And for the third second, green should be on. And this process should repeat. Okay. So I'll just give a delay here. Delay of thousand thousand milliseconds, in the sense 1 second, and copy the whole thing. Yeah. And see the most important changes which I am doing. So this is my first second. For the first second, my red is on here, and for the second, my blue should be on. Blue in the sense pin number 12. Pin number 12 should be high here. Okay. Rest rest of the two pins should be low, and for the third second, my pin number 11 should be high. 11. Okay. So yeah, this is the code, and once I start simulation, you can just see red, blue, and green, and the process repeats: red, blue, green. Okay, so this is the code. Please check. The code is very simple. Yeah, I hope everyone has done that. Okay, we have lots of portions to cover, so we'll just move on. Sir, is it possible to glow two lights without delay? Try doing that. Okay, try doing that. You can do that. Okay, without delay, if you do, it will be very fast, which cannot be noticed from our naked eyes. Okay, so that's all with the program. I hope everyone has got this. So quickly, there's a demo here. You people need not do this. Okay, it's only a demo. So I'll stop the simulation and I'll remove this LED. Okay. So please observe carefully. It's only a demo. We'll be using a micro servo motor. Okay, it's only a demo. You people need not do this, but if you want, you can do this. Okay, but we have a lot of portions to cover, so I'll quickly do this for you. So the first pin here is nothing but ground. Okay, so I'll connect it to ground. Yeah, ground is always will be denoting it in black color. Okay, just yeah. The second pin is nothing but my power. Power is nothing but VCC. Okay, VCC or positive. Okay, so I give it to 5 volts here. Okay, and I denote this as red, and there's something called a signal. Signal is the pin which lets us control it. Okay, signal pin, I'll give it to any of the digital pins. So here my pin is pin number D3. Okay, pin D3. So it is green in color, no problem. So quickly I'll write the code. So hash include servo.h. Okay, because this is a servo motor, we include the servo library. Yeah. So next one, we have servo as class, and servo one is instance of class. I'm going to void setup digital write a comma output. Okay? Because my motor is also an output device. Motors and actuators are output devices. Okay. So in void setup, that's all. I'll close my void setup. I'll write my void loop. Okay, in void loop servo one, which I have written here, servo one. Okay, it is object. Okay, object is nothing but instance of the class servo. Okay, servo one dot write of 0. Okay, with a delay of 1 second. Dot write of 180. Okay, it is delay. Okay, not delay. It is delay. So then delay of 1 second. That's all, and close the flower bracket. So our servo basically operates on angles. Okay. So you might have seen walking robots. You might have seen elevators. Okay. Everything operates in terms of angles. Okay, degrees. So here I have taken servo one dot right as 0 degree, and after it reaches position of 0 degree, a delay for 1 second, and it will go to the position of 180 degrees. Okay, we'll just simulate the code and see. Okay, there is some error. What is error? Okay, servo one. Yeah, let's check. No such file or directory. Okay, not a problem. Just a sec. Yeah. Okay, done. Okay, so yeah, we'll start the simulation. So my servo is rotating in degrees. Okay, we'll just see, have a look at the code once again. Sorry, I've given it as 90 degrees and 180 degrees. I'll make it 0 and 180. And start simulation. Yes, see, 0 degrees and 180 degrees. Okay, so this was a small demo. Now we'll start with the IoT session. I'll hand over the session to my colleague. Okay, Mr. Amir, over to you.
Yeah, thank you for that, Amin. Hello, guys. Good afternoon, everyone. Are you able to hear me? Are you able to see me? Can you please type in the chat box window? Hi, hello. Are you able to hear me, see me? Yes, no. Can you? I want answers. Yes, yes. Okay. Amin, can you please turn off your video so that they can see me right now? Yes, able to hear you. Can you see me? We couldn't finish the last code. Oh, I'm so sorry for that, Gaurav. Due to lack of time, we have to move forward. We will put this recording on our YouTube channel. You can just go there and check it out. Okay, so not to